Hey guys, it's Brittany Lachey and I'm back with another video. I hope that you are doing well. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video, make sure you share my content so that we can grow our friendship circle over here. So today's video is about the search for an au pair. So if you guys don't know what an au pair is, it is a nanny service sort of from outside the country, right? So there are young women between the age of 18 and 26 that are looking to become an au pair in another country. So the agency, my agency, is located here in the United States, and what they do is they source out these au pairs that have experience with nannying, babysitting, and childcare. And what this looks like is really a young woman who not only wants to come and provide childcare for a fee, right? But she also wants a cultural exchange program, which really makes me super excited. I think if I could go all the way back to when I was finishing high school and I was going to college, if I had gone to college right after finishing high school, I would have loved to study abroad and stayed with a host family. There were a few of my peers that went and they did that. They went to Hong Kong, they went to London, they went to Paris, and they really loved the semester that they did when they stayed with an au pair family. Not only did they get their education done, but they were able to go and visit within that city and understand the tradition and the cultures. And with that being said, although I couldn't experience it, I would like to be able to provide that experience to someone. So what the au pair really does is they really exchange the cultural exchange for childcare services. And the au pair agency is really guided by the federal government. It tells us what the program fee will be. It tells us what the stipend to the au pair is every week, and it's standardized. Your au pair is only able to work a maximum of 45 hours per week. They can only work a max of 10 hours per day, and they must have off at least a day and a half every single weekend, right? So obviously there's some variation to what you can do, but those are the guidelines. They also can't take on the role of maid or tutor or housekeeper or whatever, right? But if you have household chores that everyone takes part in, they can take part in, or they can just strictly provide care for the kids, kids laundry, kids food, all of that, right? They're able to come here from their countries on a visa, and they're dedicated to care for your kids. And the contracts can range from a few months to a year, and then I believe that they have the option to extend if they would like to. I think it depends on their visa situation. So I realized that I was going to need an au pair when I quit my job. And that's probably another video, right? So I quit my job while pregnant. So I quit my corporate job while pregnant. I feel like I've said that 3 times already, but I'll say it again. I quit my well-paying job while pregnant. But luckily I was already going through interviewing processes, and I was able to land something that was a little bit more lucrative, but it was going to require more of me just because of the role within that organization. My partner, he works in law enforcement, so we don't necessarily get to control his schedule. We don't really necessarily get to control his days off, his double shifts, holidays, any of that. We don't get to control that. So with the combination of the lack of control over his great job and the responsibility that I have to obligate to my career, we knew that we would need an au pair to kind of fill in those gaps for us. And also because I'm such a learner and a teacher, this was right up my alley. I'm still in school right now, and I'll be finishing my MBA program in probably a few months. And then I'm looking to start another program right after that. So I'm always learning, always growing. And an au pair, a lot of times they're looking to grow and learn too. And I'm looking for that kind of au pair that is interested in a cultural exchange for exchange of childcare. So my son, he's 11 years old. He's on the autism spectrum. So I need someone that can be direct enough to handle him. Like I said, he's high functioning, but he definitely has times where he needs emotional guidance. And he also needs guidance with finding friends, maintaining friendships. And I really need someone that has a keen ear to what he may be saying and kind of coach him through that, right? Help him be more responsible in his friendships. And sometimes I think that extra adult voice in the house will help with that. So he'll hear it from me, he'll hear it from my partner, he'll hear it from the au pair, and maybe it'll start to click, right? I think it takes a village to raise kids. And then secondly, I'm having a baby. So I definitely would appreciate the care. I think when my son was a baby, I was really young and honestly, I was really tired. My mom helped me out a lot when my son was really young because I lived with her at the time for a short period of time before we did move out. And newborns, they don't sleep all night. And I was happy that she was there to help, but now things are different. This is a different time period in my life, and I want someone that's dedicated to my household. So I'm looking for an au pair that wants to provide newborn care while I work, a generic 9 to 5, and, support my son. So I've been going through the candidate pool, talking to a few of the au pairs from different countries. I've talked to one from South Africa. I've talked to one from Colombia, and I'm hoping to talk to a few others. And what I'm learning is I think I value someone who's probably Spanish speaking. I think that my son will benefit from that greatly. He's definitely interested in the language, and he takes a liking to that at school. So I would like someone who can come and bring in their customs, and we can exchange some of that. But I'm also looking for the right personality fit as well. And that's what that interviewing process is like. I have to say that my coordinator with the au pair agency had a lot of tips on interviewing and questions to ask and really how to connect with the au pair. But as of right now, I'm 16 weeks pregnant. Baby's due end of October, but I'm hoping to get an au pair at the beginning of October. So the au pair can kind of get used to the household and used to my personality, and we can figure out like dialect, make sure we understand each other well, because English won't be their first language that they know how to speak. And then baby will come and I'll have my maternity leave, but I'll also have an au pair that is side by side with me. So I can teach them, but they won't feel uncomfortable or burdened to be left alone with baby because they won't. So I'm looking for someone that's moldable, that's interested in learning, and really wants to be another member of the family. I've never had this experience before, and from some of the au pairs that I've talked to, they haven't had this experience either. I don't know anyone that's had this experience. So I was like, you want to know what? I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to talk about it. And when this au pair gets here, when I finally extend an offer to somebody and I match with them, if they are open to sharing the experience too, I would hope that I would be able to introduce you guys to them as well. I think that this is going to be super cool. I think it's going to be beneficial for my family. And I really can't wait to see how I can impact someone's life, as well as obviously I'll be receiving their impact as well, right? Because they're going to come in a position of servitude when they're providing a service, such as nannying for someone's children, and which is a lot of responsibility. But I also want to give back to them, community. I think there's something to be said for that. And I think some of the experience that I've had in the past, I've really enjoyed that. So I'm hoping that this can be my way to do it at a more personal level, because I'm getting busier, right? So much busier to where I don't have as much time as I used to have. And I think that this will be a way to definitely be able to do that. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but I went on and on and on. I started to get in my heart and in my feelings. But yeah, I'm excited for this au pair situation. So anyway, next steps is that I'm going to keep interviewing au pairs. And hopefully I match with an au pair and I extend an offer. And at that point, they will start their visa process. And that means that we'll both be committed, right? I'll be committed because I'll have to pay for the matching and processing fee. And then they'll also be committed because they'll be applying for their visa, and which is contingent on them reporting to me in my home. And then we'll just have to keep in touch for the next few months and really get to know know each other. And I think it'll be a really great experience. So look out for videos about that. I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.